Good morning, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your, I assume, very busy morning to spend with us and to find out more about the revolutionary product for the property industry called iTOO. I'm not going to say too much. We have the team from iTOO here this morning, so I'm just quickly going to hand over to them to do a quick introduction. Then we'll look at the presentation, and afterwards the iTOO team will be here to answer any questions. You are welcome to post your questions in the question box that you should see on your screen, and they'll address that afterwards. So without any further ado, over to the iTOO team.
Thank you, Ed. Good morning to everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining in on today's introduction and presentation with regards to the iTOO product. So just in short, iTOO is a tailor-made insurance product brought to you by iTOO Financial Services and PayProp, and is underwritten by King Price Insurance and iTOO Special Risks. Please note, frequently asked questions and brochures are available on the PayProp platform. However, the contact details will be made available in the chat box. So should you have any questions or require any assistance, you are more than welcome to make contact with us. So with no further ado, please enjoy the iTOO presentation.
Here are the three main points of today's talk. If you take away just these points, it will be worth it. With all the client money involved, the risks of running a property business are enormous. You simply cannot leave staff dishonesty, account accuracy and security up to chance. With iTOO, you are covered. iTOO is a specialist insurance policy for property practitioners developed and brought to you by King Price, iTOO, iTOO Financial Services and PayProp. This revolutionary product combines fidelity guarantee and professional indemnity insurance to fill the need for specialized coverage in the property industry. It will be available to all individual and business property practitioners at all job levels across South Africa, offering comprehensive, affordable risk protection by leading brands trusted for their impeccable credentials and expertise. Note that to qualify for professional indemnity cover, property practitioners must have a valid Fidelity Fund certificate or FFC. All permanent estate agency staff qualify for Fidelity Guarantee. And what iTOO promises you today is quicker, less stressful, and more comprehensive risk protection than standard non-industry specific products. So why deal with iTOO? To begin with, iTOO Financial Services is a specialist insurance broker. We are passionate about our business and service delivery. iTOO is authorized by the Financial Sector Conduct Authority to give advice and render an intermediary service in short-term insurance, both personal and commercial. To this end, we partner with leading insurance providers for access to a wide range of insurance options and to provide our clients with the best possible insurance solutions. iTOO complies with the FACE Act and is a member of the Financial Intermediaries Association of South Africa. But that just tells you the facts. iTOO values honest, fair and trusting relationships above all else and is dedicated to always putting the client first for the duration of our relationship and thereafter. Everybody knows and loves the King. Since their start in 2012, King Price has launched comprehensive personal, business, engineering, community, and agri-insurance products, as well as cyber insurance for businesses. King Price Life, their life and funeral insurance division, is set to revolutionize the long-term insurance industry in South Africa. They also have a significant shareholding in Basilia Holdings, which has insurance interests in Europe. The King of Insurance is seeing significant growth in their commercial book and they've targeted commercial insurance as a key growth segment as they look to continue their exponential rise in the local market. The global reinsurance giant Munich Re has a 15% shareholding in King Price, giving them the financial leverage to run bigger risks in the commercial space and give the market peace of mind that they'll be able to pay all legitimate claims. King Price also has a heart as generous as their coverage. They regularly support non-profit organizations as part of their commitment to making a difference in the lives of the people of South Africa. iTOO is a special risks insurance provider operating as Hollard's preferred underwriter of specialty products. iTOO see themselves as a niche home for entrepreneurs, startups, and specialist underwriting management agencies. They believe their understanding of their customers and their customers' business and individual needs are what sets them apart. I too believe this, which is why iTOO's team of special risk insurance experts is such an incredible asset to AgentSure. Last but not least, I'm sure you are very familiar with PayProp. Founded in 2004 in South Africa, PayProp has grown rapidly to become the SA market leader in residential rental payment processing, and the reason for that is three simple but seriously difficult things to copy. 1. They automate the rental payment collection, reconciliation, and distribution process from beginning to end. 2. They put you in charge with payment rules specific to your needs and one-click approvals for your entire rental portfolio. And 3. They are famously integrated with the SA banking system, giving you, your landlords and tenants real-time trust account accuracy and full visibility and control over their accounts, payments, and portfolio. PayProp saves thousands of rental agencies worldwide time and resources on repetitive, complex admin, freeing up their resources to spend on winning new business and taking care of their customers. As a result, rental agencies with their full portfolio on PayProp grow on average 29% in the first year. What we're offering you today: firstly, Fidelity Guarantee, underwritten by King Price Insurance Company. So what is Fidelity Guarantee? Fidelity Guarantee is about wrongdoing in your agency. It indemnifies the insured against damages and legal costs awarded in claims against employees for fraud and dishonesty. So why do you need this cover? Well, no business owner likes to think about internal fraud, but it's a very real threat to any business. Property rental agencies, and I include residential, commercial, and industrial in that, deal with frequent in and outflows of client money and a significant amount in damaged deposits. But the risk of long-fingered employees is constant. If you don't keep strict oversight of permissions, for example, an employee with too much administrative power or too many different admin rights could start and authorize payments, or they could create new beneficiaries and pay themselves, or someone they collaborate with on your banking platform. Sales agencies are not exempt either. They may hold large client deposits and even take cash deposits occasionally, leaving the agency open to allegations of theft or disputes. What exactly will you be covered for? The policy covers financial loss occurring during the period of cover due to fraud or dishonesty of an insured employee. And who is insured? A property business, principal, and all permanent employees, including administrative staff. The second product that AgentSure consists of is professional indemnity insurance, underwritten by iTOO. So what exactly is professional indemnity insurance? It's often called PI insurance. Professional indemnity is about negligence. It indemnifies the insured against damages and legal costs awarded in a claim against you for negligent breach of duty. Why do you need this cover? PI insurance covers the cost of paying compensation for anyone suffering loss or damage due to negligent services or advice provided by a property practitioner. Who will be insured? A property business, principal, and all permanent employees with Fidelity Fund certificates. The policy covers any actual or alleged negligent act or error, omission, statement, misleading statement, breach of confidentiality, or breach of duty in the performance of or failure to perform professional services. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see I've piqued the interest of many of you, and I'm sure you have questions. Let me assure you that my presentation today is short and sweet, and that we're very nearly at the slide you've all been waiting for. Afterwards, we can clear up any confusion. As I've said, we also have a brochure and frequently asked questions available for reference. And here it is. What will it cost me? So I'm sure we all understand the difference between fidelity guarantee, which covers against wrongdoing, and professional indemnity insurance, which protects against negligent breach of duty. We know why everyone in this business needs it, as you are the primary custodians of other people's money, subject to large in and outflows of cash. But what you also need to know is why you need AgentSure if you have a Fidelity Fund certificate. And that is really the big question. In short, most property practitioners think a Fidelity Fund certificate covers them against internal fraud or negligence. But it's actually subject to several conditions and procedures that are not widely known or factored in by them. If the frequently asked questions and brochure don't cover all the details, we have representatives from all the parties involved who will be happy to answer any queries. Standard pricing for the two portions of AgentSure is set out in the table below. Please note that the rates shown here today are a special preferential rate only available to PayProp clients. In order to simplify the process, we have divided the table into two levels of cover, escalating in increments of millions of rands. The cover starts with a minimum of 1 million rand and goes up to 10 million rand. The premiums are also escalated in the same manner dependent on the annual professional fees payable to King Price. For example, if you require 5 million rand of cover and your annual professional fees are between 2.5 mil to 5 mil, your premium will be 13,416 plus the annual broker fee of 1,200, which will come to 14,616 for the next 12 months. These premiums are VAT inclusive. Your deductibles, also known as excess, range from 10,000 to 25,000 rand, dependent on the limit required and the annual professional fees. Please take note that premiums are an indication of the cost and not guaranteed premium, as all policies are subject to individual profiles and underwriting.
Fantastic. So that brings us to the end of our presentation. I hope that you learned what you wanted to learn about this really great product that I think is necessary. And as it was said, we don't like to think about the fact that someone in our company who we trust will, embezzle funds or do things that they don't want to, but unfortunately it happens. I'm now going to open the floor to any questions and then hand over to the iTOO team. Quickly, just before that, if you are a PayProp client and you want to know where you can find the frequently asked questions and the brochures, you can just log in to your dashboard, and under the dashboard drop down, there's an insurance tab that you can go to, or you can go to resources. It's in the middle column there. It's called insurance, and there's an insurance FAQ. All right. I'm sure, team, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Ed. I see there's a first question. Does it cover us against scammers getting access to PayProp? Unfortunately not. And that will not be covered within the policy contract. And then there's another one. How do I know how much cover I need? It's very difficult. As a property practitioner, you would know, what is it that you are looking at? Are you only looking at your normal houses? Is it business properties? So there's quite a lot of factors that you will need to take into account. I would say that we will need to refer to the insurer, and again, based on circumstances, based on requirements, certain merits, that's where the underwriting will take place, and they will need to take that into account as well. Any other questions? What we can do is we do have, like I said, the frequently asked questions available. There's another question, minimum period, again, from your inception of the policy, 12 months as they stipulated in the presentation. Please just bear in mind premiums reflecting on the presentation refer to your annual premium. However, it can be done on a monthly basis as well. So again, it depends on the need. What is it that you need in terms of cover?
If I can just comment quickly, Bernard, on your comment from earlier, does it cover us against scammers getting access to PayProp's trust account? I don't think I need to tell you, but our security is, I want to say, probably our most important unique selling point. I always say that we are really extra when it comes to security, but it's because we deal with other people's money. So the chances of that happening is really, really slim. And of course, we recommend that you never ever share your username and password for anyone to access your PayProp account, rather create a separate user and give the relevant permissions.
Hewitt, I just want to comment on the question, what are the premiums if you are not a PayProp client? As mentioned earlier, depending on the underwriting criteria, again, case-to-case basis, based on the merits, that will determine, obviously, have an impact on the premium as well. And then the percentage of agents, unfortunately, we do not have access to that information. So I will not be able to advise the percentage of agents who actually do have the cover in place at this stage. Then would you be covered in terms of a fine from the PPRA in case of documentation is missing? Unfortunately not, and that is not something that this product is providing cover for. Like we said, fidelity guarantee and only professional indemnity as per the presentation, we will not be able to cover that within this contract. Any other questions? The business and all the FFCs are covered. What about your admin who process the payments? Again, depending on who will access and who will have access. So we will need to refer again to the insurer, and again, based on the underwriting, we do not know how you conduct your business, what your procedures in place. The business structure. So there's quite a lot of questions that we will need to ask. And then again, based on underwriting, based on the circumstances, based on the merits, that is where we will confirm in terms of the cover and so forth.
If I can just comment on that, Annelies. So the professional indemnity covers everyone with an FFC. The fidelity guarantee covers everyone who works in your business. So your admin person doesn't have to have an FFC to be covered under the fidelity guarantee portion. But I think, as we've seen from Krista's responses on the answers, it really is, obviously, as with all insurance products, they need to take your business's specific situation into account, which is why we recommend that you contact them for a quote. You can do that through the PayProp system as well, either through the insurance tab under your dashboard. You also see on your dashboard there's a get a quote button that you can push, and then your information in PayProp, so your business name and all of that, cell phone number, will be sent through to I'm Sure, and then they will be in contact with you to discuss your specific business setup, needs, turnover, etc., so that they can give you a quote. PayProp clients qualify for a 10% discount purely because the security within our system puts I'm Sure at ease. And the fact that we have permissions, and like I said, we are extra with our security. So that helps.
And just to add, in terms of the frequently asked questions sheet that is available, there's quite a lot of scenarios in that specific sheet, examples in terms of a lot of questions that we've received previously that might give more insight in terms of a specific question. So that is also available, that we will provide, that we can provide. Again, the costing scale, confirming the annual and monthly premiums available. So everything is available, and should they need any further assistance, quote inquiries, we are more than happy to help with that.
Perfect. Okay, I think we have run out of questions. So just from me, thank you, Krista, for being available this morning. And thank you to everyone who joined. Like I said, you can get the documentation under resources if you want that, and get a quote through the platform. Yes, there's the contact details. Thank you, Denisha. And then I think we can wrap up. So to everyone joining, thanks again for your time, and have a smashing Thursday.
Yes, thank you. And we hope to hear from all of you. So please do make contact with us. Like I said, we are more than happy to help. Send through those questions. If you have a need for a quote, you know who to contact. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thanks, Krista. Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.